I welcome all the participants pan-India for this wonderful session. So we have the wonderful resource persons throughout this week. So the persons from IIT, NIT, Anna University and PhD colleges and so many reputed industries like Wipro. So it must be the diversified collective resource persons organization. So you will have the wonderful basic content on the 3D printing and design and advanced application oriented, and here and there some kind of managerial content also.
Designs for low weight and biomimics are one other field in the biomedical engineering, or when you wanted to make your customized architectural artifacts where you could see those tough structures could never be ever thought about, including having these kind of things in the food industry.
Design. So that you can try using mobile phone also. So that I will let you know later on that how you can try it on the mobile and how you can make it. So over there you will find pre-built blocks. So no need to make line command, no need to understand about it, no need to worry about that line command and circle command. Directly just you have to take blocks and you have to add it, and you will able to make your design easily. So the basic designing part you can do it over here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take this box, and these are different views that you can see: front view, top view, so that you can visualize. This one tool for over there, that menu for home. This one is the home view, this one is the full screen, and zoom in, zoom.
Used directly into the human skull, so since it is not a biocompatible. So what we did, we have used Dental Lab acrylic processing technology to take the output from PMMA, polymethyl with acrylate. It's basically a biocompatible material. The doctor said imported this material, and we developed a template, kind of silicon mold, and filled this with PMMA material. And this is a biocompatible one. This was directly used into the human skull. You can see here incision was made, defect was clearly exposed, and surgical planning being done, and positioning being done here. You can see here, and titanium strips and screws are used to fix the grip, skull support. The final fixation being done, and this is a radiograph to confirm the presence of implant inside. So this surgery was this prior to surgery and after surgery. The patient is doing well even till last year. So we meet doctor regularly. So we inquire about some of the specific cases. And such a kind of interesting case, a 10-month baby with a twisted skull defect. So open head surgery to be performed on this baby of 10-month-old. And this surgery was done at one hospital in Coimbatore. More than 8 doctors, experts from various hospitals of South India involved in this. So where the doctors would like to conduct the rehearsal prior to going for the most complicated case.
So conventionally, we are using the powder metallurgy technique, which is an old technique in which we are doing the ball milling, pressing, and then compaction, and then the heat treatment. And the final product is there in front of you, which is requiring the least finishing operations. Then we have got the stir casting technique, in which what is there? We are using a stirrer or impeller, in which there is a molten material over here. The stirring takes place over here, and finally we get an output after the solidification in a particular mold or die. So there are I have speaked over here 2 lines about this process, but this particular process is not on 2 lines. It is having large number of variables which are being used over here, or the large number of variables which are being discussed over here for this particular technology. Now, the application of composite materials, they are, you can say, previously the composite materials were having a limited applications, but nowadays composite material is finding applications in almost all the areas of engineering and design, in which we have got the restoration, rehabilitation, concrete, glass industry, aerospace, automotive, building construction, sensors, road construction, steel industries. All these areas which are the major domain areas of application for these composite material are becoming very much important nowadays.
So then how do you say come out with some sort of general design guidelines or the rules? If you are having some supported walls like this, which we need to have this sort of feature, and you have a different values, minimum, that you should not go beyond this value, which you may not be able to get this feature, for example. So if it is an FDM system, you can only go with zero 0.8, or more than 0.8, but it should not be less than 0.8 of this thickness, or it is 0.5 in case of SLA, or it is 0.7 in case of SLS. So like that, even next slide will talk you about the other processes also. But what I'm trying to say is, like, based on your feature, then we need to check the capability of the machine. Some unsupported wall, which you should not go.
Quality in additive manufacturing. So when we say quality in additive manufacturing, we get a CAD model from customers. Then we analyze it. Can it be manufactured in AM or not? Let me just give me one example before going to that. So let us assume this is my build plate, and I have a part something like this. Okay. So this is my part. And we are building layer by layer, layer by layer, layer by layer. So when we come up to here, we should not be having much of a problem. But when we start going from here, the overhang starts increasing. So when the recorder would be moving in this direction, there is a possibility that the recorder will collide and try to lift off the component, because the contact area is very less. So in order to avoid this, what we generally do is we provide a support somewhere around here, so that we provide more rigid grip to the component. Then again, we may provide support somewhere around here to avoid the overhanging. Similarly, let us assume my part is something like this. So this is my part. So in this part, when I'm printing layer by layer, layer by layer, layer by layer, when I'm coming to here, this layer is starting in air, right? Which is not possible. So I would have to provide support somewhere around here, so that that layer will not be starting in air. Sorry, it should be different cross section.
I kept it here. Okay, all the other unsintered powder, again I repeat, it will be reused it again. So it's not a waste, it is reused it again. Okay, so you can able to see there are few components, not they are same. Each and every component is a unique one. That is the thing you can able to see that. They are using the vacuum because the powder gets flows down. So to do that, so they are removing it. I just forward it. Okay, so these are the component required for some drone component. Okay. Okay, now how easy it is to remove it, no? If you see the other process video, you could able to find it a difference. I think some video has been given in the afternoon and some other day. You could able to.
You can see this is the Cartesian 3D printer. In this one, this is the nozzle head. It will move in y-axis and z-axis. The bed will move x-axis. But while it will come from the Delta printer, it's quite different. The build platform is fixed on the bottom. The only full nozzle setup will move the X, Y, and also Z. There is a advantage and disadvantage using the Delta printer. This Delta printer is printing fast compared to Cartesian printers. But the disadvantage in this Delta printer was the build area was very less. Small build platform will be there in the Delta printer. That's the main disadvantage in the Delta one.
or by using additive manufacturing technology, the wastage of the metal is that less than 5%. So people are telling the cost of that, okay, the additive technologies are very high. But you can think for indirect way. See, if we are using the titanium, okay, the per kg it comes to 4,000 to 5,000 rupees approximately. You are wasting your material 60 to 70%. You can imagine you are wasting 3,000 rupees. But by using additive manufacturing technology, you are wasting only less than 5%. The cost is a very less. It's indirectly okay, saving the huge amount of material. Okay, so these the technologies available in the market. We can use a less amount of material for fabricate any component.
So here we are able to print. I hope we can see the screen, right? The video also. Anyone can respond. Can you see the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this is a 0.6 mm nozzle. With that, we are able to create a circular structure like this. See, the printed layer is having a suitable rheological property so that it is rigid enough to withstand the next printed layer. So this is how we started our work. So we are able to print a structure like this. Honeycomb structure also we printed. So there's a lot of trail work we have done to achieve a structure, to print a structure like this. So here you see this wall thickness is 0.6, so which is near equal to this nozzle diameter.
What these technologies and what are these technologies currently India is employing? India is employing because our getting the job salary is very, very less. So hand polishing is one of the primary criteria many people follow. Second one is sandblasting, where you can take a stream of air along with the abrasive particles and you can bombard onto them. Or if you are bombarding the sand, it is called sandblasting because sand will have very less hardness and other things. Electrochemical polishing, I'm not going to discuss electrochemical polishing because it itself is a big subject, and ultrasonic polishing where you will have normal reciprocating type of cutting tools and other things, and chemical polishing. You can use chemical polishing where assistance from the chemical is.
This surface tool tab and select this internal structure wizard. Select. I can choose here if I want to provide the cell thickness. Okay, so let me just keep it to 2.1. I can define the cell triangulation and fill the small cavities. I can select the unit cell type. This type of internal structure I'm going to provide to this right femur. Okay. We have different. There are various unit cell type available which we can use. Let's just keep it to this one and go right.
I think in the last session, there is a doubt raised. Can we print multiple models at a time on the bed? Yes, we can. If you see this, there are a lot of models out there. I printed all these models at a time on the bed. Not only same design. If I have different designs also, we can print those two designs at a time in the bed.
Good afternoon, participants. On behalf of Murugappa Polytechnic and Department of Mechanical Engineering, I am welcoming you all for this valedictory session. As our principal is on out of session for an official work, he is not able to join with us now. So he wanted to convey his wishes and thanks to you all for participating over the last 5 days.